Good afternoon everyone. Today is my topic data buffering in computer network. In computer science, a data buffering is region of physical memory storage used to temporarily store data while it is being moved from one place to another. Typically, the data stored in buffering as it is retrieved from an input device or just before it is sent to an output device. However, a buffer may be used when moving data between processes within the computer. This comparable to buffer in the communication. Buffer can be implemented in a fixed memory location in hardware or by using a virtual data buffering in software, pointing at a location in the physical memory. In all cases, the data stored in a data buffering are stored on physical storage media. A majority of buffers are implemented in software which typically use faster RAM to storage temporary data due to the much fast access time compared with hard disk drive. Buffers are typically used when the difference between the rate at which data is received and the rate at which it can be processed or the case there is rates variable. For example, in printer spooler or online video streaming. In the distributing video streaming, in the distributing computing environment, data buffering is often implemented in the form of burst buffer that provide distributing buffering service. A buffer of adjusts timing by implementing a queue algorithm in memory, simultaneously writing data into the queue at one rate and reading it another rate. Buffers are often used in conjunction with input-output to hardware such as disk drive, sending or receiving data in or from network, or playing sound on a speaker. Aligned to a roller coaster in an amusement park. Says similarity, people who ride in coaster come in an unknown and often variable place, but the roller coaster will be able to load people to purchase. The queue are act and a buffer, a temporary space where those wishing to ride write until the rate unavailable. Buffers are usually used in FIFO method, outputting data in the order it arrived. Buffer can be increased application performance by allowing synchronous operations such as file readers or write to complicate queues, intellect write a computer queue of blocking while writing for a hardware interpreting to access a physical disk. A subsystem install an operating system can immediately return a successful result from an API call, allowing an application to continue processing while the general completed the disk operator of background. Further, definite can be achieved from the application is reading or writing small books of the data that do not correspond to the block size or the disk subsystem, allowing a buffer to be used. Arrange many similarity reads or write operation into block size that are more efficient for the disk having to physically access the or buffer overrun is an anomaly where a program adjusts memory location. Buffer are area or memory set aside to hold data often while moving in from one section or program another or between program. Buffer overload can be often be triggered and malformed input. One assume all input will be smaller than a certain size and the buffer is created to be that size. An anomaly translation the produce more data could use it is right past the end of the buffer. It is overwrite adjust data in executable code. This may result erratic programmable behavior including memory access errors, incorrect result and crisis. Exploiting the behavior of the buffer over is well known security exploit. Thank you.
Hello friends, good afternoon. My name is DIXITA. My topic is physical storage media. Several types of data storage exist in most computer systems. They vary in speed of access, cost per unit of data and reliability. Main memory, the storage area for data available to be operated on. General purpose machine instructions operate on main memory. Contents of main memory are usually lost in a power filter of crush, usually too small and too expensive to store the entire database. Flash memory. Data in flash memory from power failure. Reading data from flash memory takes about 10 and writing data into flash memory in more complicated writes one takes about 4 to 10 microcities. To overwrite what has been written, one has to first erase the entire bank of the memory. It may support only a limited number of erase cycles. It has found its popularity as a replacement for disk for storing small volumes of data. Magnetic disk storage. Primary media from long-term storage. Typically, the entire database is stored on disk. Data must be moved from disk to main memory in order for the data to be operated on. After operations are performed, data must be copied back to disk if any changes were made. Disk storage is called direct access storage as it is possible to read data on the disk in any order. Disk storage usually serves power failures and system crashes. Tape storage used primarily for backup and archival data. Cheaper but much slower access since tape must be read sequentially from the beginning. Used F protection from failures. Another classification: primary, secondary, and tertiary storage. Volatility of storage. Volatile storage loses its connects when the power is removed. Without power backup, data in the volatile storage must be written to non-volatile storage for safekeeping. Overall system structure. In most cases, the operating system provides only the most basic service, and the database system must build on the base. A database system consists of a number of functional components, including file manager, manages allocations on space on disk, storage at the storage structures used to represent information, storage on disk, recovery manager ensures that the database remains is in consistent state despite system failures.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is VIBHUTI. My roll number is 43 and my topic is Subhash Chandra Bose. An uncompromising patriot, Subhash Chandra Bose was out and out a revolutionary. He was born in Cuttack on 23 January 1897. At the age of 13, he passed the matriculation examination of Calcutta University, occupied the second place. He graduated from the Scottish Church College. He then went to London in 1919. Next year, he appeared in the ICS examination and come out for fourth in order of merit. Unwilling to serve under a foreign government, he resigned from the ICS and determined to detect his life, he became a flower of Deshbandhu, Chittaranjan and Gandhiji, and to drive British of India, he joined the Indian National Congress. Serious difference arose between him and other leaders, especially Gandhiji. He quitted Congress and founded Forward BIOC. By now he was arrested and put in jail. On server occupies in 1940. Big seriously ill in jail, he was allowed to live at home under strict watch of the police. But Netaji people fondly called him so, for his Congressive leadership slipped out of the house in designs and went as far journey. He established the Fresh Indian Center in Berlin. Later on in Japan, Subhash Chandra formed the first National Army. National Army, organized mainly by the Indian soldiers who were prisoners of war. The Superman commander of the INA entered India on March 1944 thought bomb with his force, but under some unforeseen circumstances he had to retreat. His last days were misty and mysterious. He was reported to have been killed in an air crash in Formosa in 1945, but true Indians hardly believe that whether Netaji is alive or dead matter very little today, but his strong, freshly patriotic character, power of masterly organization, and above all his unparalleled shall make him immortal at least as long as Indian lasts. National badly needs Netaji, a true leader in this critical hour. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is NIDHI. My topic name is online education. Education is an important part of people's lives. It will either make them or break them in the future, depending on the careers they choose. Education is greatly diverse today in comparison to the 1950th century because of advancement in the teaching and other great inventions that provided easy technique of teaching. One measure is distance learning courses and online education. Distance learning could be any format from VHS, video, DVDs, or internet courses online. Online education has been legal since 1993 and is a new way of teaching students of all ages. Online education has been gaining popular thought out of the years because of the ease of the internet. The internet has made it easier for people to stay connected and has provided people with unlimited resources on the World Wide Web. Many educators have mixed feelings about online educating because there are so many pros and cons to the issue. Mary Kashyap, author of the 10 Ways Online Education Meets or Surpass Face-to-Face Learning, writes, can students learn as much and as well online as they do in F2F courses? Not only issue, the answer to this question is a resounding yes, but there are many ways that online courses may actually surpass traditional F2F courses in quality and rigor. Thank you so much for listening my speech.
Hello friends, good afternoon. My name is DRASHTI. My roll number is 45. My presentation topic is good manner. Good manner spinning from good breeding and kindness of heart. Manners means the social behavior of a man living in the society. The society is the most popular, perfect instrument for measuring a man's conduct. Unselfishness is the root of the good manners. A courteous man observes good manners at all times and always think of all the feelings of the other person of the society. According to the time of the day when the people meet, they one another saying good morning or good afternoon or good evening. They also add the name of a person addresses as a little act of courtesy to show that they recognize him. They talk for a while and then they depart from each other, so they say goodbye or bye-bye. They believe politeness goes for it costs nothing. Good manners are so while a meeting person in conversation at the time of greeting, sitting, etc. Good manners of person are always punctual in all activities. Good manners are learned at home in the lively, polite and courteous atmosphere of the home. As we live in society, we can also learn a good manner from unmannerly person.
Hello guys, my name is SHIVANI and my presentation topic is co-education. Co-education is a system of education in which boys and girls learn together in the same school or college at the same time. In India, this system has become very popular nowadays. Needless to say that it is not a long time, though not like today, but with the coming of Muslim in India, co-education came to an end. because of the Parda system of which the Muslims were the great advocates. Time is changing very fast, and with the change of ages and expansion of education, co-education is no longer a taboo now. What to talk of big town and cities, even in villages and small town, boys and girls study together without any problem. Actually, the idea of common people has sharply changed. They are no longer narrow-minded. Apart from this, there are many advantages of co-education, and people are very much aware of it. Hence, it has come into practice on a large scale in India. When boys and girls interact with each other right from the childhood, the fear, craze, and mystery of the opposite sex is automatically removed from the mind. They observe the changes that come in each other's body and mind with ages and normal course of growing up. Moreover, they learn to understand each other individual behavior and way to thinking, sitting, moving, talking, studying, and eating together removes many complexities and make the person's approach more rounded and wholesome. Co-education teaches both boys and girls to be tolerant and respectful of competition with each other. It teaches the students to face the reality of life. Education in the real sense is not limited to knowledge imparted by books. It is a continuous process of learning more from our environment, society, and changes around us. With the opening up of new vistas of learning and new opportunity of career, it has been understood that men and women contribute equality in every field of society. Hence, there must not be any hesitation in facing each other. Instead, it is better to develop a wonderful mutual understanding between both the sexes. After all, they have to live together in life. Then, why should we unnatural separation of sexes in our school and college? We should feel proud that Srimati Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was first woman to preside UNO. Srimati Rajkumari Amrit Kaur also presided WHO and UNO in India. Not only this, there were many more like Suchita Kriplani, Aruna Ashraf Ali, Sarojini Naidu, etc., who worked together with men under the leadership of Gandhiji and did a lot to win India's freedom. Last but not the least, co-education is rather economical. It is difficult to run separate girls' school or college at every place. Hence, there is no harm in giving education to boys and girls in the same institution, in the same environment. This system no doubt builds a solid of education. Thank you for listening my speech. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today